A secret war just burst into the open, and it's being fought over the one thing that powers, well, everything.
$118. That's the number you need to pay attention to right now. We're talking about the price for a single barrel of Brent crude oil. And get this, it's spiked over 60% in just a few weeks. That is staggering. And look, what happens halfway around the world? It doesn't stay there. This isn't just some number on a screen in a trading room. No, this is a direct hit to your wallet. So we're going to break down exactly why this is about to explode and how a conflict thousands of miles away just became your problem.
All right, so let's get right into it. What's going on? Well, for weeks we've seen this simmering proxy war, but in just the last few days, everything changed. The conflict just entered a brand new, way more dangerous phase. We're talking direct attacks between Israel and Iran. And man, it happened fast. It starts on day one. Israel reportedly strikes Iran's South Pars gas field. And this isn't just any gas field. It's the largest on the entire planet. It's a crown jewel for Iran. So the response? It was swift and it was brutal. By day 2, Iran hits back, and the whole region is basically on fire. And by day 3, yeah, the whole world was already feeling it. I mean, just look at the scale of this. This wasn't some symbolic tap on the wrist. No way. This was a full-on, coordinated assault on the world's energy jugular. Iran didn't just hit one target. They went after critical infrastructure in 4 of their neighbors. You've got LNG facilities in Qatar just set on fire. A major oil refinery in Saudi Arabia hit. 2 of the biggest refineries in Kuwait attacked. And then the UAE, they had to shut down major gas facilities. This was a massive, massive move. And the fallout, diplomatically, it was instant. You have this quote from a Saudi diplomat saying, "What little trust there was before has completely been shattered." Just gone. Any bridges that were there, burned. The whole security setup in the Middle East is now completely up in the air. Okay, a new kind of war. And I know what you're probably thinking, right? We've seen this before. Tensions are always high over there. A few shipping disruptions, things like that. But I'm telling you, this is different. This is a fundamental change, a major escalation in how this whole energy war is being fought. Let me show you why. Okay, this is the key. This is what you really need to understand. For years, the big threat was always about disrupting shipping lanes. That's a supply chain problem. Now, don't get me wrong, that's serious, but it's temporary. You can eventually find new routes. You can use escorts. You can fix it in a few months. But what's happening now, this is totally different. They're not attacking the shipping. They're attacking the source, the actual infrastructure. This isn't about a temporary headache. We're talking about permanent damage that could take years to fix. And it's not just me saying this. Energy analysts are, freaking out. Saul Kavanik from NGST Financial basically said hitting a liquefied natural gas facility is the absolute worst-case scenario. Why? Well, because you can't just hop on Amazon and order a new one. The equipment is so specialized that it could literally take years, plural, to repair it and get it working again. So let me see that again, because it's really the most important thing to get from all this. This isn't about blocking supply chains anymore. It's about destroying the source. Period. So, the whole world's energy supply is now literally a military target. How is Washington responding? The stakes, as you can imagine, could not be higher. The U.S. military is on high alert all over the region. Well, President Trump went straight to social media with a threat that was, wow. He basically told Iran, if you keep hitting our ally Qatar, the U.S. will massively blow up the entirety of that South Pars gas field, the same one Israel just hit. I mean, that's just an incredible escalation. So you've got the world on fire, gas prices about to go through the roof, the threat of a massive war that could tank the global economy. You'd think that's Washington's number 1, 2, and 3 priority, right? Well, you'd be wrong. Yeah, while the entire world is watching the Middle East with bated breath, the U.S. Senate has spent the week debating a bill called the Save America Act. Now, this bill has been described by its critics as the worst voter suppression bill in modern history. But here's the thing. President Trump has called it his number 1 priority. So you have this huge spiraling crisis overseas, and this is the stated top priority at home. It's a really stark contrast. So what happens now? That's the big question, right? Because as of today, the world is on a knife's edge. The rules of the game, they've completely changed, almost overnight. And there is no obvious way to dial this back down. Okay, so let's just summarize the stakes here so we're all crystal clear. 1, global energy production facilities are now direct military targets. That's new. 2, because of that, we're not just looking at a bad couple of months. We're looking at the real risk of years of economic damage. 3, diplomacy in the Middle East? It's been shattered. It's in ashes. And 4, the U.S. is now on record threatening a massive, massive military escalation. And that leaves us with one final, very sobering question. With global energy and the U.S. economy on a razor's edge, in this insane standoff between all these major players, which nation do you think is going to blink first? Drop your thoughts in the comments. I'm really curious to see what you all think.